An all-star cast navigating endless scenes full of car chases, explosions, and all kinds of gunplay. With the backing of the endless pockets of Amazon MGM Studios. Oh, Merry fucking early Christmas to me. You shouldn't have, Amazon. No, really. You fucking shouldn't have. Play Dirty is an Amazon MGM original from rare director and actor Shane Black, who was Hawkins in Predator, and he's gone on to get behind the camera and also pen some screenplays like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Nice Guys, and remember that 2018 film Predators that people were excited for, and then it came out, then they found out it was dog shit? Yeah, he had something to do with that too. I'm going to chalk that up to some studio interference because I don't think Shane Black could have been that incompetent. That being said, everybody was incompetent that was involved in this particular fucking fiasco. Yeah, I'm kind of tipping my hand way early as to how I felt about Play Dirty. Which I saw the trailer for and was like, well, I really don't want to see this. And then it was requested. And I'm like, fine, I will. And I want to know that I'm holding all of you personally responsible for requesting this. 2 other people were involved in writing this. It took 3 people to write this simplistic, double-cross-filled fucking piece of shit film. This just churned out, streamlined, streaming to the goddamn asses project that was just so bad. It was so bad. It's apparently based on a book series by Donald E. Westlake, which sounds like a name way too snooty to be involved in a film like this. And we have Parker, played by Mark Wahlberg, who leads a ragtag group of people to, say it with me folks, pull off the heist of a lifetime. Did you say it with me? If you didn't, you're a liar, and you're going to hell for lying. So, Lakeith Stanfield, who was in Sorry to Bother You, and also, I believe, the Haunted Mansion remake, a guy that's a really good actor, and I don't understand why he takes on projects like this, why he can't be given better stuff like Sorry to Bother You, because he really is gifted at drama and comedy. We have Rosa Salazar, who is in The Maze Runner and is absolutely fucking stunningly gorgeous. That it's a shame she's basically wasted in this. Keegan-Michael Key, Tony Shalhoub, Gretchen Mol, who looks great, as well as Thomas Jane and a few other people. And yeah, basically, Parker has a score that goes bad. One of the group turns on him, and then we go to this film that basically just has a weird animated opening, and it just all this stuff happens that involves stealing something from a 15th century ship of some Spanish country. Does it really matter? No, it really fucking doesn't matter. There are going to be spoilers in this, but yes, spoiling this will not haunt you at all, but yeah, it's got some chase scenes, it's got some gunfighting, it's got obvious turns and twists and turns and triple turns and all that. None of this is surprising, and you can find entertainment in movies like this when there's actual effort, but there's not. None of this is funny, none of this is original, none of this even has, like, anything other than just the glaze and the malaise of just being a streaming slop project. That's all it fucking is. While it is not the worst thing I've seen this year, and probably will not be on my worst films of the year list, it's just one of those endless Amazon MGM originals that at best could be seen as okay, but really this just ends up being something that was in the fucking muck. Hence Play Dirty. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. There you go. That's all I gotta say right there. So, we have a fighting scene or a shootout thing at a bank of some variety, where basically some guy shows up, some guy named Joe, hello Joe, who tries to basically play hero, shoots a couple people, and then we get to a racetrack where, yeah, there is a chase scene in cars on a racetrack. And you thought Secretariat had it tough. You thought Seabiscuit had it tough. You thought See Her Biscuit had it tough. And yeah, that was pretty goddamn goofy. Those poor CGI horses. And he ends up, Parker basically ends up handing money to the lady of the husband she shot and said, hey, here's some money. It's only 10 grand, which probably isn't going to cover the income that they lost, whatever Joe ended up doing, but there we are. So we end up at a safe house, so to speak, where everybody is hiding out, and Zen basically decides, I'm going to take the shower, and strips. Now, others would be distracted by Rosa Salazar being basically there in her skivvies, but I would be above such things. Except I wouldn't, and if you believe that, I don't know, I don't know how often you've watched this. She's a beautiful woman, distracts him, and ends up killing everybody, including Philly. And it turns out Philly had a wife, played by Gretchen Mol, who also looks very good, and good on her. Yeah, from there we basically just get, and by the way, Zen, it's less Zen and more, zig when they should have zagged. I don't know what I'm saying. Parker basically goes for revenge. We get the weird animated credits about 12 minutes in. We get a guy named Nat Wolff, who is not Nat King Wolf. He plays Kincaid, who is basically associated with Tony Shalhoub's character Lozini, who wants to steal this giant, this giant lady thing full of jewels and whatever from a 15th century ship. But Zen was doing all this because she wants to instill a new president in her country that's less corrupt, and also take that money and give it to her country so people can be fed. At least that's what she says. See, the thing is all this stuff is thrown out about these people, and you don't really fucking care. So, essentially, we get Mark Wahlberg just doing Mark Wahlberg things. If you were into that, you are probably even sick of it right now. Mark Wahlberg has been in good stuff. Mark Wahlberg is a pretty good actor. Mark Wahlberg also is a known racist that never answered for the shit that he did in his troubled youth days. And there's some thing that Grofield, that they keep calling Grover, Lakeith's character. He's running a theater that's pretty much failing. There is a one to play. She's just listed as college girl. Orla Saffron. I thought she did fine, but she really wasn't given much to do. This is so just generic, just so painfully generic. Just obviously just every bit of it's just sanded off. Any edge to it, whatever, it's sanded off. So there's a guy named Bosco that was supposed to give Zen a bunch of clues and everything and plans for how to steal this giant ship that has sunk off the coast or something. But, Bosco ended up pissing off Parker and he shot him. And then he shot him again when he rose back up like the fucking Undertaker. So now the idea is the aforementioned helping her home country and stuff like that. So now they must get a ragtag group of people together, including a guy that basically looks like Spanish Santa Claus, hence, of course, the hat. Also, this movie takes place mostly around Christmas, hence why I'm wearing the fucking hat. People like the hat. And for those that are new to the channel that have not seen me wear this hat, because you're just coming around now, I worked at a gas station. I mean, I still work at a gas station, but I work at another one where we had an elderly couple, and she made hats for people that were, really good to her and her husband. And for some reason, she thought that I was really good at my job, and I was always nice to them, so she gave me the hat. And I don't think they're still alive, because, my God, they had to have been in their late 70s, early 80s, and that was 2010, so I mean, maybe she's still alive. I don't recall their names right now, but it was really sweet. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll keep it. Producer hates it, so he's out of the goddamn room, freaked out about the bell noises, the bells. So the idea is basically for 30%. Parker and his crew will do that. This is done through various scenarios of increasingly ridiculous situations that basically just end up showcasing the fact that nobody has any filmmaking ability left at all. I did note that, Rosa would be very hard to resist, especially in that white dress. Sweet Jesus, in that white, my God. But there's a point where Bosco's significant other, his boyfriend, basically says, oh yeah, the plans that we had in this casino, they're upstairs and they're in this thing called Bluey, which is a bunch of blue stuffed animals. I'm not here to judge, but if you have that many stuffed animals that you just keep in a closet, you might need help. But whatever, I guess you're not harming anybody. So, yeah, there we go. There we are. He gets the plans, I guess. Claire Lovering is very attractive as well. She's an actress in this. I forget her character name. It doesn't really matter. She's with Keegan-Michael Key, I believe. And then there's just other double crossings and shit going on. Mark Wahlberg's left out in his skivvies to basically freeze. There's this guy Mateo that actually is kind of double, triple crossing them. There's this group called The Outfit that Tony Shalhoub runs that basically is running out of money. So they're working with this president of this corrupt country to bring this lady of Argentero, Argentero, whatever. Doesn't matter. There's a character called Glasscock that made me react with the good taste and maturity you've all come to know. And there's an idea to basically derail this train that has this stuff on there, these treasures and whatever. But it turns out somebody is a couple steps ahead of them. And so now they have no way to get the stuff off the goddamn train. And then we get a stupid wreck with this train where basically Lakeith Stanfield just manages to avoid this train where the force of it probably would have taken off a layer of skin because he was literally about that far from it. But no, he's fine. He's totally fucking fine. This just will not fucking end. We get a little backstory of Parker getting revenge on a bully that was always doing deals for an incompetent drunk guy that was also a drug dealer, and he basically destroyed a bike so that he would steal from this girl every time. You would think she would lock that up at some point. And then he got beat up, and then basically Mark Wahlberg was able to play basketball all summer because he got rid of this bully. I don't know why we needed that goddamn thing. We could have cut that scene completely out and it wouldn't have mattered. So, yeah, we're just getting to the meat of the matter here with a buyer that is basically going to buy the lady of Nancy Argentino. I'm just going to call it that because it's about as, legit as anything else in this movie. Oh, Mark Cuban is in this and gets shot. No, really. I mean, Mark Cuban is in this and that's actually not a joke. And I don't mind Mark Cuban, but there we are. This is lackluster and this will not end. So, all through this, Zen and Parker are working together. They're trying to get this deal. And earlier, her crew was making a paper mache version of this Lady of Nancy Argentino mask thing. Or now, it turns out the buyer actually ended up having one, and he was like, oh my god, it's a fake. The real one is in this vault thing that needs to be broken into that ends up getting blown up because Tony Shalhoub reveals all that he was going to do, but he's in a lot of debt. Parker blows it up. And then from there, he just collects the goddamn jewels while Tony Shalhoub seemingly is, totally fucked. Oh, and by the way, he gets shot, so yeah, he is absolutely fucked. And he takes these jewels to his crew, hands them to them, and then ends up talking to Zen, and it turns out that Zen was doing all this for her own means, and oh yeah, she killed his crew, so he got revenge, because he promised Gretchen Moll's character, Grace, to basically kill the person that killed her husband, so he did, and then hands her some jewels, and then wanted to give her a happy life. I would give Gretchen Moll a happy life if I was rich, and actually like a normal person. But that being said, yeah, that's it. Zen's dead, and everybody, we get Lakeith Stanfield showing up, right in front of this billboard thing and says, the end. And he stares right into the goddamn camera saying that. So the movie's breaking the fucking fourth wall. So Merry Christmas to fucking me. None of this, it's just so generic and plain, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so bad. Why? Just why do I keep doing this to myself? Anyway, F, in case you didn't figure it out, F. Agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, Blue Sky handles in the description. I'm John Rentlin. Until we go on a globe-trotting adventure again, happy trails to you.